Good morning. It's day 97. This is the view from the shelter I stayed in. I woke up to that view this morning. Tough day. A lot of steep and rocky scramble up and downs. Ups and downs. I'm really not in the mood to be hiking. I woke up at 5 and here it is 6:30 and I still haven't left. So I'm trying to get it together, just not in the mood for it. But that'll change throughout the day, I'm sure. Pretty hazy. I'm not sure if that's still smoke from the wildfires up in Canada or not, but it is a hazy day so far. We'll see how things go. I have about 2/10 of a mile of a side trail before I get back to the main trail. Today hiking 9 miles, 9 point some miles without a water resupply. So heading out extra heavy this morning because of the extra water. Yesterday was really rough. I only had like 1 sip left by the time I got here to resupply with water. So today I'm taking 3 liters with me instead of just 2. Hopefully it stays cool like this. The pond down there behind the trees, but this will be the side trail heading out, and I'll turn back on once I get to the Appalachian Trail. All right, this little part of the sign says north for the AT. Let's take a look at the other side here. Success Trail, Carlo campsite. Yep, so that is the AT going north, Mahoosuc Trail. As you can see, a ton of roots, and more roots. So the 2 gentlemen in the shelter last night, they section hike as well. They've been doing it for the past 10 years. A man and his brother-in-law. And they are 72 and 69. So they're going to the same shelter I'm going to this evening. This is day 2 on the trail for them, for this section that they're doing. They've been preparing. One lives in Georgia, hikes the mountains, and the other in Ohio, and has been hiking mountains too. So I asked them, depending on how fast they hike, would it be okay if I follow them through Mahoosuc Notch and hopefully up Mahoosuc Arm, if I'm able to do both in the same day? And they said that would be fine. They plan on getting up a little after 4 and being headed out by 5. They are going all the way through to Route 26, Maine Route 26, because that's where their car is parked. So I'll be up and out way earlier than I'm used to, but it will be well worth it knowing I have somebody to go through those areas with. I am not going to carry anywhere near as much water as I am today, because there is no way I will make it if my pack is this heavy. I tried to eat a lot of food last night to lighten my load some, and then of course I just refilled it with the extra water. But there should be water at the end of Mahoosuc Notch before we go up the arm. So I'll be able to refill a little bit. And then I believe there was another place further up from the arm, Mahoosuc arm, that I could refill at again. So the good news is I won't have to carry as much weight tomorrow, water-wise. I have not been feeling very hungry still, but I am making myself eat. It's going to be a hot, humid day. Supposed to be in the upper 80s. I think there's a 10% chance of scattered showers. But that was as of 2 days ago without a signal. I don't know if that's been changed or not. Since I didn't leave until 6:40 this morning, I hope to make it to the shelter by 5. And that's because I know there are a lot of rock scrambles up and down, very steep. Many southbounders have said such. I believe them, so, since they came through it. This becomes very interesting. As of right now, I see 0 blazes, and it is this boulder scramble, and I have no idea which direction I am supposed to go. So then I have to pull out the app on my phone and look at the map and keep it open while I'm walking to make sure I'm going on the right path. Once starting over the boulder climb, on the far side, it looked like some man-made steps. So my assumption is that's the trail. So I'll keep checking my map to make sure this is part of the AT. But with these man-made steps here, the way they place the boulders, it makes me think this is it. Oh, I'm very thankful for this section of the climb. Not to be boulder scrambling just yet. I'm sure it will change. Super steep with a slab coming up way up there. Oh. I'm still not at the summit, but getting closer to it. See, they've put some cairns up here, which is nice. Okay, I see a cairn there, and I see one way at the top. I think I'll just go straight up see if this is an easier route. Not just easier, not easy, but easier. Hey, good morning. Hi-ho, how you doing? I'm great. How are you doing? I'm not at the summit yet, but there is a break here, and I don't know what town that is or what it is, but there's a water tower down there. A lot of dirt before it, or maybe there it's an airfield. I don't know. Nah, it's got water of some sort because it has big tanks next to it. Hard to see in the phone, but it's really, really hazy out today. Again, I don't know if it's the smoke from wildfires or just haziness. But this is a 360 from up here. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. And that be it. Alright, I took myself a nice little break. About 7 minutes, sat there and ate the other half of a protein bar that I didn't finish earlier. Had some water. Now it's time to move on. 2/10 of a mile to the top of Mount Success. And I'm about 2.1 or so miles from the Maine border. So hopefully in 2 hours I'll be at the border area. And after that, maybe one of the climbs, I'll find a nice spot and eat my lunch. More of the same old, same old. As you can see, sometimes I hate stopping to take a break because I lose my momentum of going up these things. But at the same time, it feels good to get my pack off for a little bit and stretch my legs and my hips out. Oh, we. Okay, I don't know if I can do this or not. If I can do it without hanging on with my other hand. Oh, okay, there. Okay, yeah, that one's not going to happen. That one's way too steep. I'm going to have to grab onto roots. So, off the phone goes. An area here before we get to the summit of Mount Success. Nice bog area with the boards. It looks like some of these boards are fairly new, which is nice. A lot of comments I'd seen in the Far Out app talked about how bad the boards were, and you'd step on them, they break in half or tip sideways, and you would end up in the bog anyway. So it's good to see that they've put new boards up. So thank you, trail maintenance people. All right, this is the top of Mount Success, 3,625 feet. It's really hard to see over there. Again, the haze has it as such, but hopefully you can see some of that in the background, the mountains, and more mountains up ahead there. And back down to the town area. I don't know what town that is, but a town down there. I don't know if that's Gorm or not. But that is the 360. All right, this is like ridiculously hard. Got a rope here you have to use to help you start getting up the rocks. Oh my God. Slowly making my way to the New Hampshire Maine border. You get areas that are pretty decent trail. I call pretty decent. I'm not rock scrambling. And then you get back to the rock scrambles. But it's nice to have a break in between them. Oh. I'm feeling way better about going through Mahoosuc Notch and up Mahoosuc Arm now that I have at least one other person going through with me. Muffin Man and Trail Dancer said yes, that it'd be fine if I follow behind them. No Russian chopsticks if you are watching. Wise decision about not doing here because of your knees. I'll tell you what, I take it day by day and sometimes step by step. But ooh, it is a bear, that's all I can say. It is, I just can't get over how hard it is. And I know I'm making it through, I just can't get over how hard it is. All I can continue to do is take it nice and slow. That's for sure. Just like your name says, no rush. There is no rush. Just take it nice and slow. As long as I'm to camp by 7:30, it's all good. Okay, I'm gonna have to put the phone down in this area. Woohoo! Look at that, folks. New Hampshire, Maine state line. I've completed New Hampshire. Oh, my glory. Now, say yeehaw, you're out of the whites. Things will get easier. No, they don't. As I've mentioned before, still 100 and some odd miles before it starts getting a little easier. I say it's a continuation of New Hampshire whites. So, how exciting though. I've made it to that line. And that means I'm halfway to the shelter for today too. Yeehaw! A Sobo hiker just passed me and said that I have a horrendous scramble coming up. And I'm starting to think this is the beginning of it. Oh Lord. It's a matter of deciding which way to go down, and do I break a leg or break an arm? Oh, here I go. Oh, this is scary, really scary. Come to a little bit of a clearing here. I got a bog boards to walk on over there. That's the area of the trail I just came up. Back around to the full 360. So forward I go across the bog boards. We may be out of the whites, but definitely not out of the rock climbing. Oh. Hooey. I guess Maine doesn't want us to miss New Hampshire too much. So it just keeps throwing more of the same at us. Oh dear. I don't know if I can do this or not with the camera in my hand. It might be all over the place, but I'll try. Oh, Yep. Oh. You know, I could take 4 miles of this boardwalk, put us much closer to the shelter. Yeah. Whew. Okay, definitely have to put the phone down for this because I have to grab the tree to get down. All right, if I am reading the map correctly, that is Mahoosuc Mountain way over there. That's what I have to summit tomorrow. The arm would go up there. Holy cannoli. Shoo-wee. But I need to worry about all this first. I have to finish off today before I worry about that. Way up there is Goose Eye Mountain. The trail does not summit the mountain, does go around it. But while I'm here in this open view, let me do a 360. Oh, I'm ready to sit down and get off my feet again. I reached the point where the bottoms feel like they are on fire, but I still have a little over 3 miles before the shelter. And definitely one tough rock scramble up and one down, from what I understand. And here we go. A rock slab scramble. All right, another open view. Goose Eye West, Goose Eye East, Goose Eye Mountain. Wow, I can see somebody way up there. So obviously that's where I'm going to be climbing. I don't know if I can... Way, oops, they just went behind a tree. See if they come out again. There we go. That's where I'm going to be climbing up. Oh my glory. Oh Lord. Anyway, this is the view. All right, folks, you can't make things like this up. Oh my gosh. With my full pack on, I've got to figure out how I'm going to do this. Oh Lord. And once past the rebars, this is the next phase of the climb. This wall here, up to the ladder. Oh. Earlier I was down on those rocks, pointing to somebody who was climbing up here, and I have finally made it up here. Oh. But I still know I have further to go. I'm getting there. Oh, that ladder. Oh, man. Some of those rungs are barely hanging on. It was a little nervy. And this is what I still have going up. All right, the summit of Full Goose Mountain is up that way, 1/10 of a mile. I'm not going. According to the sign, Full Goose Campsite, 2.6 miles. That is where I'm going. That might be the East Mountain over there. Then the west one is down that way, and I have to get over both of those to get to the campsite. It is definitely smells of smoke. It definitely smells of smoke in the air. It's a nice lake down there. I don't know if my phone will pick it up. It's so foggy. I can't even tell myself. But there's a lake down there somewhere. And mountains and mountains and more mountains. There we go. I'm always thankful when sections like this come along after those steep ups and downs. Now, I know I'm not through with the steep ups and downs today, but this is a nice break. This is a very nice break. Man, I am so tired. Okay, I better set my phone down. You can see down there pretty steep. So way over there is the bald that I was on earlier. And then I climbed up to 1/10 of a mile from the summit of Goose Eye Mountain. Down all that, yada yada yada, coming up here. And making my way up to the top of Goose Eye East Mountain. I'm slowly getting there. I must be getting near the top of Goose Eye Mountain East or Goose Eye East Mountain. There's a cairn up there, but I've got to get up all these slabs of rocks. Get up the slabs of rocks first. Whew. So I'm taking a little break here. I'm sitting up higher on a rock. Got my pack leaning against that rock, and now my legs are up and over the backpack. Just resting. Having a snack. This is my view. Still all that smoke. I'm wondering if the mountains way over there, unfortunately you won't be able to see them, but the mountains way over there to the west, if those are the presidentials. That really, really tall one is Washington. It's hard to believe I just came from that whole area over there, all the way down, all the way back up. Wow, how cool is this? Man, that's beautiful. Came up over the top of the summit there and getting ready to head down. And you can see, I'm going to guess that is the trail way down there. You can see part of it. Trying to see. Man, that is pretty neat. How far away that looks. Alright, started my descent. Couldn't film the first part of it because of how steep it was. But hopefully, I'm going to have to tighten my head up. I think my head is shrinking. Losing all my brains. Look how beautiful. Just beauty, beauty, beauty. Oh dear. Go up to the side there since that last step is broken. gotta fix my bottle. It's starting to pop out on the side of my pack here. Wow, this is really nice. A lot of work these people did. Thank you very much for all you've done. Holy cow. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put the phone down, but this is nice. This is pretty neat. I'm down here on this Alpine bog that I saw from the top of the mountain when I was up there. I tried to film it and show that, you know, that would be the trail far down below. And I'm down there, I'm down here now. Be heading up and over there. So how cool. Very nice. Very nice. Oh wow. I'm going to put the phone away for this in case the boards are loose and wobbly. But yeah, glad it hasn't been raining. Yeehaw! I'm 1.1 mile from the shelter and continue to climb up some. Oh, getting so close to the end of the day. I tripped a little bit on a hill up there. A little further on up the hill. There was a tree in the middle of the trail, which was great because I was able to cushion my fall against that tree. But doggone, now every time I take a step with my right foot, my right hip feels kind of funny and it makes my knee kind of give. So when I get to the shelter, I'll have to do some stretching out. Make sure I get that taken care of. But yep, a little rebar action. Hopefully the shelter's close. All right, some more technical climbing before I can get to that shelter. Ooh-wee, baby. All right, here it is. The shelter's up top there. I gotta go up this ladder. I'm so tired I can't even stand up on the ladder. I'm literally on my hands and feet going up it. So that's why you're seeing weird pictures right now. Oh. All right, there we go. It is literally right on the trail. Appalachian Trail south down that way. Carlo Trail, Goose Eye Trail. There's definitely some platforms here. I'm gonna have to figure out where the water is. And I'm just gonna drop my bag here and find the water. Oh. So it's kind of neat. You have to come up that ladder, come across the front of the hut, and then go down the trail over there to continue north. Speck Pond Campsite 5.1. Notch Trail 1.5. Speck Pond Campsite. That's my goal tomorrow. 5.1 miles. I hope I can make it.